To be continued. 3 little words that hold the secret to the next great story. 3 words that will thrill you, confound you, give life to new possibilities. Every variation of To Be Continued is a promise of adventure, a promise of excitement, a promise of unseen wonders and unexplored worlds. A promise that every issue you read makes you a part of a never-ending journey, and behind every page there will be an unopened door waiting for you. This story to be continued at your local comic book shop today. Visit comicshoplocator.com today.
Mish Mosh.
Hi everybody, it's Miss Jen. I'm gonna move this so you don't have to see my son, or at least the back of him. I'm Jen, and this is Mish Mosh on the Experience. You're probably wondering what the world Mish Mosh is. That just means that it could be anything that you see during this show as a theme for the show. But today, the theme actually has a theme: indies and trade paperbacks, in which I'm going to do some trade paperback theater. Woo! You'll see what that means in just a minute, because it's ridiculous. Super easy to buy for me. I am Miss Jen from Houston, Texas. Space Cadets Collection. You can find out more about us on spacecadetscollection.com. You can also register at spacecadets.com/regcbse. That's where I get my information from you. Also, if you're watching from Facebook, you can send me a direct message. I'm the Jen King that looks just like this. With one N, I guess. Also, shipping is super inexpensive. It's going to be scrolling there on the bottom. To claim things, all you have to do is type in exactly what I call something into your chat. We do shipping, our buying week is from Wednesday to Wednesday, so you can buy from me tonight, tomorrow, and Wednesday morning, and have it all shipped together and invoiced together. I'll be sending all that information to you via DM or connecting with you via the information you provide on the registration form. All right, everybody, we're going to get going. I'm in the front. It's Miss Jen. The person that's going to be pulling all your stuff and making sure it's going into your piles is Hannah Banana. Hannah Banana. All right, I see Wayne's on, and Matt Maines, and Chris Boeing. Oh, Browning. I don't know why I said Boeing. All right. I'm going to start at the bottom and move my way up. Tonight is probably not going to be one of those where I'm going to go back down and change prices, because I want to try to make it through everything for you guys instead of going through things doubly. So if you like something, you should just claim it. Don't hesitate. And this gives me time to be able to do my theater too. Michael Libby is in the house. Also, if you have a question about, let's say you called for something and I call it for somebody else and you're like, wait, no one called that on my screen. I don't know what you're talking about. If you're, for instance, watching on YouTube and someone calls it on Facebook, you probably won't see it. So just be aware that I have a little screen that populates all the places that people are watching. Also, thank you if you're watching from all the different places on the internet. You could be watching on YouTube, on Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, Insta, all these places. You can totally find us. If you want to know how to find us, all the places you can. There's an Experience website that has all the information, and you can also sign up for the newsletter and be told when we're going to do things like the last half an hour when we had our awesome interview, which you learned all about Beckstar from the creator. So there you go. Content is coming. We've got some cool content. We're on top of a big expansion, so please do. All right, let's go. For cover price, I have from Red 5 Comics, Machine Girl #1. This is going to be a very independence-based show today, except for the trades. They're going to be all over. This came from a collection of a gentleman who had really great tastes. He just ran out of room. So that's the only reason why this collection came to me. This is Kirby Says, Ask Not the Price. For real. From Uncivilized Comics. This is a fairly new book in the last couple of years. It is $6, which is the cover price. For real. All right, this is an awesome book that looks like it's kind of 3D. I don't know if you got 3D glasses, if it would actually do something, but this is Guar #1, and it is $10. Any fans of the group out there? I watched their band one time. It was pretty entertaining. All right, this is a great series out of Albatross. In this case, I feel like it was totally inspired by that little dog in Men in Black 2, the little dog that looks exactly like this one, where he like can talk and he's super gruff. I feel like it's where it came from, but he kind of like runs the show in this series. I have Grumble #1, and that's just cover price. And I've got Grumble #2 for cover price. Of course, all comes bagged and boarded. All right, this is a tiny little release. It's really fun to read. It's very graphic. It's less words and more images. But the #1 completely sold out when it came out. I'm actually kind of surprised it's not a really expensive book. But if you missed it, Pink Lemonade #1 is cover price. I'll pay you what you paid for it. You can always make your money on all these other overpriced, but that's true, Brainy. I can. By the way, Brainy is my friend. He can sass me all he wants. How do you know what I paid for it? Maybe I paid $1 billion for it. And I've got Pink Lemonade #2. Brainy, you know what's hilarious? I wonder if you caught it. Did you see that there's a misspelling on your Walesville pin? Oh yeah, we do get that sometimes. Why don't you just sell it for what you paid for it? It's like, you know, I have rent and electricity and pay my employees. They don't really just work for free. And I've got 2 copies of Planet of the Nerds from Ahoy Comics. #1. #1. All right, here comes first round of trade paperback theater. Hopefully my voice holds up. All right, this is The Avengers. The Avengers. Volume 3. The Avengers, Volume 3. This one is normally a $25 book, and it's going to be $15. Let me read you the cool, fun stuff on the back. This is why you come to trade paperback theater, by the way. Freed from prison by his Hammer loyalists, Osborn is united with AIM, Superia, and Madam Hydra. The man who once controlled America's security apparatus now wants to revenge in the worst way. Now the Avengers who deposed him are a target of Osborn's new secret weapon, an army with the powers of Marvel Universe at its disposal. With Earth's mightiest in its crosshairs, such a threat requires reinforcements, so it's up to Captain America to shake up the Avengers roster and bring a new firepower. Unfortunately for the Avengers, they have no idea what's coming. Will the cry of Avengers Assemble ring too late? There you go. It doesn't say 35 in this case, but sometimes, yes, that happens. My other favorite thing is when people bring me toys from our sales floor that have like the sticker on it from KB Toys, which has been closed for decades, and want to pay that. That is also a thing that happens. All right, this is Dark Avengers Molecule Man. Dark Avengers Molecule Man. This does have a little bit of rub to the cover. Everything else looks new. I'll tell you if it looks like it has anything. Dark Avengers is normally this is great. It has a anti-theft sticker on it. It's my favorite kind. I got to see what it says underneath. It is a $16 book, so it's going to be sold for $8 today on Trade Paperback Theater. The wild-eyed Owen Reese is a detached personality with a galaxy-shattering power at his command. A meek little man who just wants to be left alone in the lonely landscapes of Dinosaur, Colorado. Norman Osborn is the Iron Patriot, leader of the Dark Avengers, a strong-willed enforcer with a streak of madness who just wants America under his boot heel. But when the Molecule Man and the Iron Patriot meet, one's gotta be the loser. So there you go. Dark Avengers Molecule Man. It's just $8, which is a half-sea price. Uncanny Avengers, The Man Who Fell to Earth. This one is normally an $18 book, so it's going to be $9 during the theater. When the Uncanny Avengers come to S.H.I.E.L.D.'s aid during a manhunt, they make a shocking discovery about an ally. But what does all that have to do with a mystery unfolding in Pleasant Hill? And it was bound to happen with Deadpool in the ranks, but the members of the Unity Squad are about to lose their minds. Will one of them be willing to make the ultimate sacrifice to get them out of their latest mess? Then Ultron returns. But his creator, the original Avenger Hank Pym, is now in control. Man, this is like a bunch of stuff going on in this book. So there you go, $9, which is half C's. Here's a T. Oh, so they can't claim it? Okay. It makes it super rare. All right, Uncanny Avengers Civil War 2. This is a $16 book, so $8. Half C's during the theater. Deadpool risks his Avengers status on a secret mission. Cable and Steve Rogers face off with the future of their team at stake, and the squad's mutants go rogue as they search for a solution to the Terrigen Mist poisoning that's been killing their brethren. But when Captain America makes a shocking decision, things will never be the same. Then when the Hand gets its hands on the corpse of the conflict's incredible fallen hero, it could mean one hulking great undead problem. By the way, this is where the actual first appearance of the Immortal Hulk happens. Ta-ta-ta. $8. If you want to read the actual first appearance, if you don't believe me, it annoys the fire out of me that they've called it some other number. Because here we are. This actually happens 2 years before their first appearance that they announced. And there's the Hulk being resurrected by the Hand very clearly on the cover. Booyah. All right, X-Men, Cyclops and Phoenix, Past and Future. Normally a $30 book. This one's going to be $20. Brand new. First, the newly married couple faces a honeymoon like no other when they're pulled 2,000 years into the future. There, Cyclops and Phoenix must raise Scott's son Nathan in the shadow of apocalypse. Can this post-nuclear family overthrow the ancient tyrant and his sadistic protege, the boy called Strife? Witness the story that sets Nathan on the path to become Cable. There you go. $20 for this $30 trade. Ta-da! All right. I'm going to read the number 1 for this, but there you go. There is the Fantastic Four. This is the Walter Simonson run. This has got volume 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay. They're all $20 books a piece, but I'm going to make them $10 a piece. That's $30 for this run. Okay. Following a string of successes with Thor, let's talk about the actual thing that happens to this. After the famous foursome, plus Miss Marvel, deal with the capital chaos, a time anomaly sends them to find the future's fate. But while Kang and Nebula take up their time, will the universe fall to Galactus? Guest starring Thor, Iron Man, and Death's Head. There you go. This is X-Men Deadly Genesis. Normally a $20 book. $10 tonight. What happens when skeletons in your closet finally break down the door and come looking for you? The X-Men are about to find out. The mutant community is in turmoil, and the X-Men are bearing the brunt of this new world order. Amid the chaos, a new enemy awakens, one whose very existence will haunt the founding members of the X-Men like nothing has before. Who is that new threat? How is he tied to a long-hidden episode from Professor X's past? Cyclops, Wolverine, and the others must find out soon before they and those closest to them go mad. There you go. Young Avengers, Alternative Culture. Feeling that this is an actual expensive book. I'm going to do this one at cover price $16 because everything Young Avengers is like super spiked. So when one of their own gets kidnapped by another of their own, there's nothing to stop them from going multiversal in pursuit. Road trip. The junior X-Men prodigy, who knows pretty much everything, comes along for the ride, but things go crazy as they reach the destination because where they're heading is mainly excitement and heartbreak. And kissing. Don't forget the kissing. As the thrown-together team begins to bond across dimensions, one younger shows her true power, one grows a beard, other grows a face from his past, and a fourth faces a fateful decision. Does he even want to be a young Avenger? It's all heading toward Mother's Day. There's no way the mother of all villains will let them forget. There you go. That's $16. Sorry. Don't you just live at the store? Pretty much. I do. Fantastic Four, reunited they stand. This is the Wolfman run. This is a $25 book. I'm going to do for 13. I can only do math today. Following on the heels of Dr. Doom's overthrow, the Fantastic Four return to New York, only to face the unexpected threat of their own defense systems turned against them. What diabolical quasi-human could be behind this? And can even the invisible Iron Man help them out of his quandary? Then embark on some fabulous fun with a triple dose of annual adventures featuring the Inhumans, the Mole Man, and the Sandman, as well as the spine-bending tale of the shadow-haunted town of New Salem, guest starring Agatha Harkness and Salem's Say It 7. There you go. Math is worthless. No one needs math. But you might need Harkness. All right, you guys ready for this stuff up here? I'll get back to that's been your first round of Trade Paperback Theater. Now for indies. This is We Live from Aftershock. This is number 1, first print. That's first print. $40. It's a very rare copy of the Diamond Retailer Summit Animosity number 1. That one is $28. I see Eddie on. Hey, Eddie. All right. This is the first series of Cat Poop 1. It is the telling of Vietnam they changed the people in it to rabbits and cats. But it is very realistic in the portrayal of what actually goes on during war, and it actually explains a great many wartime themes and terminologies. It actually has those at the very bottom of each page, so it'll like give you a star and say, what's that about? So if you don't know what napalm is, you can learn that now. So they're all $4 a piece, so the set is going to be $12. I can math. All right, a very pointy book, and I can't tell you why. Lost City Explorers. I have number 1 and 2, cover price while you can get them.
Zach Kaplan goodness.
Mm-hmm. That's Zach Kaplan goodness. That's right. All right. I don't know which one is the variant of this one. I think it's that one. Okay. This is Dead Day number 1. Also possibly pointy. That is cover price. This is the 1 in 10 cover that I'll do just for 10. And I have number 2 for cover price. Those are the early ones that are hard to get. And I have a very first print of Once Our Land from Scout Comics, which has already been announced as being in development. And this one is $30. I think we sold all of ours on announcement day. Let's put some more stuff up here. All right, this is an Ahoy Comics called Ash and Thorn. Ash and Thorn number 1, just cover price. I'm just going to cover all this stuff up because then I can take it down later. All right, another number 1. This is The Secrets of Willow Mist. This one is cover price at $5. This one's a really sweet one. I've definitely read this one. I like this one. Randomly inserted. Let me see if this one has a cover number here. All right, this is cover A. This is Vampirilla number 4. So early Vampirilla number 4. That's, I believe.
Archer.
Is it Archer?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Archer. And that's just cover price. Cover price.
Because it's so pretty.
Oh, I got 2 of these. No, one of them's different. Okay. This is the Superior AOC. There she is. This might be her first appearance. Can't remember if she appears in the Trump Who Laughs first. Mm-hmm. But this is her first on her own appearance. Yes. And this one's just cover price at $5. And this one's the retailer incentive cover G, and that one's just $8. Vampirilla goes to a new home. It goes to Chris. Dogs Like Sleeping in Cars sounds like the name of a band. Just saying. This is Cinderella Serial Killer Princess number 3 from Zenoscope. That is cover A. This one's just cover price. Does have a little bit of spine stress I saw on it. All right, I've got some free comic book day books here. And I'm going to do these for free. You just got to call them. One per person, please. So if you've got one of them, let someone else have another, okay? That is the free comic book day, The Boys. That could be the name of your band. I like that. You should totally do it. Dogs Like Sleeping in Cars. Hillbilly, the Lizard of a Rusty Creek Cave. Whoever wants that can call it. Stepping Stones and Max in the Midnights. And manhwa, contemporary Korean comics. Okay, Chris, what's the boys? The other one's up here. All right, this is Django and Zorro #1. I'm going to do that one for cover price. And I have got, I think these are both the same. I've got 2 copies of Stargazer #1. This is a Mad Cave book. This is the one I forgot to put the thing on there. Okay. There's more than one copy of this in here because he collected them pretty well. But this is Norman Reedus's announced project with Aftershock Undone by Blood #1. That is $10. I got the Django book for you. There you go, Matt. I also have Sympathy for No Devils from Aftershock, just cover price. It's $5. And I feel like, did we have Disaster Incorporated already out here? No, we didn't. Somewhere in there is probably the #1 in for this. It just seems weird that you'd have just a #2. But that's Disaster Incorporated #2. All right. Some more here. The Normals #1, in which they are definitely not normal. Cover price for that right now. All right, I believe this is a full set of Dark Art. Let me confirm. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. Okay, so this is a run of Dark Arc #1 through 15. I had a big, long talk about this series with Cullen Bunn on The Experience last week. If you wanted to watch that interview, you can learn more about it. It's a really great series. It has a very high probability of being a thing at some point because I'm sure that we're going to push it until that happens. This set is $40. The whole shebang. Don't remember where I was. Hey, Joe Isaac. Was it there? And I'm right here. Okay. I also have The Last Space Race #1. Callaway. That's going to be cover price for that. And Orphan Age #1 for cover price. Dark Arc run disappears immediately. I thought it might. Put the thing on there so we don't forget what I said. There you go, Brandon. All right, this is SOS, or Support Our Shops. It was a book that they made to help support us through the dark times of the COVIDs. How about just $3 for that? And I've got free comic book day animosity tales. I'll also do for free. All you have to do is call it. Susie Hicks! I see you, Susie Q. Okay. Aftershock Genesis As one of the very early things that Aftershock put out to kind of like hype all their books that were upcoming. I'm going to sell this one for the $1 that's on it. Really awesome series, Artemis and the Assassin, #1, cover price. Betrothed, think Romeo and Juliet, but with species that aren't human necessarily. They're from other planets. Well, at least they're from other planets. They're not from Earth. There you go. That is #1, cover price. Animosity gets called. Hannah, you don't have this one yet?
Nope.
You just want it because he's wearing headphones.
Well, I really like Animosity, and I somehow missed this one.
Backways, #1.
Jenna got me.
Also cover price.
Jenna got me back into it, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't that what Saga is? That is what Saga is. You are correct. You are correct. Okay, here we go. Brothers Dracul, #1 for cover price right now. There's a bunch of #1s. Clan Killers, #1. Like I said, this is all from one collector that was very into Aftershock. It's probably because I said that he should be. Cold War, #1. Really great series. Dracul gets called. There you go, Jeff. Find something I can just do one of here. Okay. I have Jimmy's Beaters, #1, and one B. This is an awesome tale in which James Bond's kids, which are many that he's sired outside of wedlock, decide they should kill him. So it's a lot of fun things. All right, everybody, we're going to take a little break. Do remember to do liking and sharing and hearts and thumbs up and click that bell and all of those wonderful things that, our production staff runs on that. It makes them super juiced to see those numbers jump. So if you have a friend you can share it with, that would be super awesome. And we're going to return right after these messages. Haha, it's a total fake out. It's not 80s and 90s night. It is trade paperback theater night, plus some indies. Speaking of, I'm going to pick up another set of trade paperbacks. Got really great deals on them. Also, a reminder, if you're watching, it's super easy to buy from me. There's a bunch of good information down there at the bottom. You can always just watch a show to be entertained because I'm a touch of dork, and I like being a dork for you guys because it's so much fun. I just need to do a comic like the movie Life Force. Describe what that means. To claim stuff, you just type it in the chat, exactly the way I call it, and fill out the registration form that's scrolling around there at the bottom. That's funny. There you go. All right, here we go. Here's some more trades. Thank you for joining us on the experience. It's time for Trade Paperback Theater. Captain Britain before Excalibur. This one has an introduction by Chris Claremont. This one is just going to be $10. Says, dipped in magic, clothed in science, Captain Britain was empowered by Merlin to save an unsuspecting world from the powers of darkness. His companions, sister, Betsy, later known as the X-Men Psylocke, and the werewoman Megan. His adversaries, the ruthless Vixen, the treacherous Satyrin, and the absurd Crazy Gang. His allies, the unpredictable Gatecrasher and her ill-assorted band of mercenaries, the TechNet. His destiny, Excalibur. Just $10. And you can never wash that out of your head, I guess. There you go. Captain America, Two Americas. Ed Brubaker. This one is a $15 trade paperback. I'm going to do for $7 during the show. In the stunning aftermath of Captain America Reborn, a decision must be made. Will it be Steve Rogers or Bucky Barnes who carries the iconic shield of America's Sentinel of Liberty? That decision better be made quickly, as the insane Cap from the 1950s is on the loose and jeopardizing America's security from the inside. Captain America and Falcon team up to stop a terrorist plot from altering the future of freedom forever. Jeff Gill grabs that up. He's not waiting. Alien vampires that turn people to zombies, and zombies stealing light force to feed the vampires. It's like this cycle. That's right. This is a big cycle. All right, here we go. I think this follows that in storyline. Captain America, No Escape. Oh, look, it's our friend. This one is a $16 book. Going to be $8. It was one of the greatest moments in Zemo family history. America's living legend cast into the icy depths, lost in suspended animation for over a generation. His sidekick killed in the red glare of the rocket's explosion, and laughing all the while, the man who made it all happen, Baron Zemo. It was a legend that sustained the father in his many unholy crusades of evil, and after his passing, the legend enabled the son to aspire to even greater achievements in the Zemo name. But like many legends, it was not fully true. And now that the young Baron Zemo has found out the truth, the world is not safe from his mad plans to make it true. Jeff Gill claims even before the speech is done. I love it. Not messing around. All right, this one is Captain America, Death of Red Skull. This is a $30 trade paperback that is going to be $20. Join Cap and Company, including Nomad, the Black Crow, the Avengers, and more, as Marvel's first Avenger must contend with the diabolical daughter of the Red Skull, survive the secret wars, and overcome an untimely encounter with old age, all before one stupendous showdown with Hair Skull that will leave you gaping in star-spangled wonder. Again, that is $20.
Ready? All right, yeah. Oh, yes. I love that one. I got the one with the crying.
I'm going to do some indies, and then we'll hop back into regular books here. I feel like I've got more of this thing. Nope.
Yeah.
All right, this is Spread, Volume 4. This is a $15 book, so it's going to be $7 tonight. Ravello, gifted with terrible new abilities by the Spread, has returned to organize the raiders of the quarantine zone into something the world has never seen. No and company are pushed to the limit of their penultimate volume of the Spread saga. By the way, the cool thing about the word penultimate is it means the one before the end. What if they just say that, right? All right, Jeff Gill, I'll pull that for you and hand it off to Hannah.
There's a place called go round, I think.
No. Oh, you
What's the record store?
Volume Music. It's over at Rayford Sawdust. Volume.
Yes, that's the one. I would check there.
All right, this is
Yeah.
Squarriors, Volume 1.
All
I
kinds.
love Squarriors so much. All right, this is a Devil's Due book. It is normally a $19 book, and it's going to be $8 now. Here's the spread
Oh,
book.
that's right. Music Go Round is the music instrument store.
Since the demise of humanity, the remaining animal life on the planet have become intelligent. The sudden spark of rational thought creates an internal struggle for these creatures. Instinct versus reason. Animals of all species find themselves creating tribes and societies, each with their own beliefs, leaders, laws, and even armies. Some are working to be civilized, while others embrace the barbaric ways of their ancestors. Devil's Due, Squarriors. It's hard to make squirrels sound scary, but they do. Marcel, hello! All right, I know that somewhere I've got the other volume of this, so I'm going to wait until that pops up, by the way, because this is an amazing series that I don't want you guys to pass by. All right, Snot Girl, Volume 1. If this is any percent off, you should get it. It's normally a $10 book. We're doing it for $5. You should just start typing that you want to claim it. Who is she? Lottie Pearson is a glamorous fashion blogger living her best life. At least that's what she wants you to think. The truth is her allergies are out of control. Her friends are terrible people. Her boyfriend traded her up for someone younger. And she may or may not have killed somebody. It's the first volume of Snot Girl, and things will never be the same. Jeff is filling out his trade paperback collection. I love it. Okay. This is Shutter. Shutter, Volume 3. Kate Christopher was a globally renowned explorer on an Earth far more fantastic than her own. Then she wasn't. In our third volume, Kate's a world away from everything she knows, as everyone she holds dear is on the road to execution. Normally a $15 book. This one is going to be $7. Okay, I've got a couple issues of Sheltered here. Let me do the newer one or the older one first. Shutter gets grabbed up. You're secretly Snot Girl? Your nose isn't run.
No, because it takes Zyrtec every day.
Oh, that's true. This is Sheltered by Ed Risson, Johnny Christmas, and I don't know the first name of the last person on this list. This is a pre-apocalyptic tale, not to be confused with apocalyptic tale or a post-apocalyptic tale. This is a pre. Okay, it says the children of Safe Haven slaughter their parents to save resources and prepare for the coming apocalypse. But what comes next? As days go by and the promised apocalypse doesn't arrive, the children find themselves locked in a battle to fend off the outside world and to survive each other. This one is normally a $15 book, so $7 tonight during the theater. And I also have Volume 3, and in this one, the end of the world. So they have turned their sanctuary into a war zone. The end of the world is now the least of their concerns. Daniel Davis, I'm going to give you the Volume 2. Let me know if you want to have the Volume 3. Same price. And I'm going to do this one, and then we're going to move on to some more indies. And then we'll get back to the theater. This is She-Wolf, Volume 1. This is an image book, normally a $10 book. This one's going to be $5. Okay. A surreal, fable-like exploration in horror. She-Wolf follows the exploits of a Satan-worshipping teenage girl who believes she's been bitten by a werewolf. Soon after that, she begins to experience feverish nightmares that seamlessly bleed into her everyday reality. Friends and family help to unlock the keys to her strange transformation through their own personal experiences with lycanthropy and by use of her own handy witchcraft. This basically like every day of a teenager. There you go. Everyday life from teenager. Jeff Gill, you got it. Ooh, snap. All right. Dark Red, which has already been announced, I believe. I've got Dark Red blank for $15. Where was I? I'm just going to start here. Then I'm gonna put this in with this. It's not here. I'll put it at the end. No, I'll put it right there. All right. So this is a set of Dark Red, number 1 through 1 through 10. So it's all of them, Plus, it has the Halloween Comic Fest in there, and that's $40 for the set. $40 for the set of Dark Red, which is basically a really fun vampire tale. This main character here, when we meet him, is just a normal, trying to live a normal life, working at a convenience store. He has a relationship with a woman who needs to have her blood like leached out on a regular basis as part of a health condition she has. And he just happens to need blood. So they've formed some kind of like symbiotic relationship. But then it gets really complex. But if you don't want to have a full series and you're like, man, that's a lot of books, I have a regular Dark Red #1, first print for $10, or a second print for just cover price. So you can just try out the first issue and see if you like it. All right, I have Dead Kings #1. I don't even know if this should be a cover price book, but I'm going to do it anyway. So there you go, Dead Kings #1.
Probably not. This is really good.
Yeah. I remember
I'd be
it.
surprised if they haven't already.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just didn't look it up. My bad. You guys get to win.
Right?
Eleanor and the Egret, #1 and #2. It's essentially about Eleanor, who's living a Victorian awesome life, and her Egret, who steals artwork by swallowing it. I didn't make this up. It's just the way this goes down. Sam Keith does the art. Dark Red #1. I'm guessing the first print. Jeff, let me know if you mean to have the second print. God Killers #1, cover price. I promise it's not all Aftershock in this box. Her Infernal Descent #1. If you're a big fan of Dante's Inferno, you would love this. All right. I have Join the Future #1. That one, I think it's just the regular A. Hold, please. Oh, Cinderella. Yes, sir. You just see that hanging out by itself. Did you come to a drive-by? Excuse me. Let me see what this is in here. Oh, this is an incentive cover. All right, so here's the Join the Future incentive cover. I'm going to do this one at, let's do it somewhere in the middle. Let's do $8. I also have our store variant for $10, or I'll do the vegan tonight for $15. Formerly $25. I'm going to do it for $15. And it looks a lot like the poster that appears in the book. And that is also done by Zach Kaplan, who's all of his books are very pointy, and you should take a clue from that. Okay, Killer Groove #1. Also Aftershock. Get a couple copies of Lollipop Kids #1s. God Killers gets grabbed up. There you go. Mary Shelley Monster Hunter #1. There we are. Moth and Whisper #1. Kind of a spy thriller. With a little bit of a twist in it. Midnight Vista #1. Lollipop Kids is moving to Seismic? Really?
All right, thank you. Just kind of looking around.
Interesting. All right, from our man Donnie Cates, this is the free comic book day relay. That one's $4. #1 and #1B, all at cover price. You never know when he's just going to mention it and crossover, you know. and make it be the most desirable thing ever. And I think the last of my Aftershock, I think we're moving into, oh no, hold on. Finish my Aftershock, because after that is Scout stuff. This is a vintage Scout. Rough Riders, number 1. If you like cool characters, ruling the world like Teddy Roosevelt and Annie Oakley and Thomas Edison and Mr. Johnson there. It's an awesome series. There's 2 series and then a single shot that tie into Rough Riders. Historical fiction. There you go. There's one more copy of Undone by Blood, the one that's in development. Put it up there somewhere. Okay. Unholy Grail, number 1, cover price. Volition, number 1, is cover price. I should make a grouping of these if they don't sell. Just a bunch of number 1s. World Reader, number 1 and number 2. And this one is actually a run. You just have to, they're cover price, but you have to buy the run. That is, You Are Obsolete. It's like Children of the Corn meets technology, 1 through 5. So spooky. All right, I got 10 minutes. We can throw in some more. Trade Paperback Theater. All right, this is Sombra. I actually read this series and I love it. This one is number 1, normally a $20 book. This one's going to be $10 tonight. Conrad Marlowe was a respected DEA agent when he disappeared in Mexico while investigating the ruthless drug cartels. Years later, he has resurfaced as a cult leader who has made it his mission to out-brutalize the cartels terrorizing the country. Only DEA agent willing to follow his trail of violence is his own daughter, and with the help of a journalist on the ground, she'll have to face the horrors of what her father has become if she wants to survive and bring him to justice. Sombra. This is really good. Really? I didn't know that. All right. I've got a Sons of Anarchy here. This is volume 6. Normally a $17 book. So I'm going to do that one for $8. In the wake of his wife's brutal murder, Opie returns to Oswald Lumber in the hope of leaving the club and criminal activity behind. Unfortunately, nothing in Charming stays clean for long, and corruption at the mill threatens to push him over the edge. Meanwhile, as Jax and Clay wrestle for control of the club, one of Chib's old IRA foes returns for revenge, and the Sons will have to decide how deep loyalty really runs. There you go. $8 for that one. You as well. Thanks, guys. Son of Shaolin. Son of Shaolin looks like a single shot. This one's normally a $17 book. And so we're going to do this one for $8. Kung Fu epic set in the back alleyways and subway tunnels of Harlem. Kyrie, an aspiring street artist who is struggling to make ends meet, learns that he is the last living descendant of a secret sect of ancient Shaolin elders. Confused and unsure where to turn, he finds a father figure in the mysterious Master Fong. Fong trains Kyrie in martial arts in anticipation of an attack from Red Fist, a relentless killer who has already murdered the rest of Kyrie's bloodline. There you go. $8 for the Shaolin, Son of Shaolin. A couple of volumes of Spread. This is Spread Volume 1. Normally a $15 book. My brain just stopped. $7. Okay. An all-consuming ecosystem like nothing you've seen on Earth, The Spread. For 10 years, it has twisted our planet into its own warped image. Now one man has found a key that would save the world, but in his path are monsters, raiders, cannibals, fanatics, and one cranky baby. One cranky baby. That's the part that sounds like movies. And Spread Volume 3. No and company have found someplace safe. They found sanctuary, but there are secrets in the walls, and they're going to find that in the world of Spread, there's no safe place. Normally $15. This one's going to be $7. And do these two. All right, these are hardcovers. This is Superman War of the Supermen, part of the new Krypton collection. Normally a $20 book for $10 during the theater. 100 minutes are all it will take for the fate of the Earth to be decided. 100 minutes are all it will take to change Superman's life forever. 100 minutes are all it will take for our world to go to war with an army of enemies as powerful as Superman himself. The people of New Krypton, fellow survivors of the Man of Steel's blast homeworld, have been pushed to their breaking point. They have barely survived attacks and invasions, which sinister forces here on Earth have played a pivotal and brutal role. And with the fanatical General Zod as their supreme commander, they're out for one thing: payback. Go for $10. You can have a hardcover War of Superman. And from Darwin Cook and Tim Sale, Superman Kryptonite, also a hardcover. From battling crime and corruption in Metropolis to preventing disasters all over the world, Superman has yet to find a force that can stop him. But when a suave, savage crime lord makes his move on Metropolis, he brings his most prized possession with him, Kryptonite. Now everyone from Lois Lane to Lex Luthor, Superman himself, is racing to uncover the secret of this green meteorite. A secret that spells certain death for the seemingly indestructible Man of Steel. This is normally a $25 book for $13. All right. Now it's time for Scout. You all ready? Here is Third Wave 99 Ash Can. That is $5. So pointy. So pointy. Wait till you guys find out. Your mind's going to explode. Explode. All right. This is Wretches number 1. Just going to do it for cover price. See if anyone's paying attention tonight. This is Smoketown number 1. Also a very pointy book. And that one is $7. This is the Recount Ash Can. It is $25 and is autographed. That is a rare piece right there. Wretches gets called. Matt Maines! Congrats, Matt Maines. That is in development and worth a boot done. Phantom Star Killer Ash Can. That one is 16. 16 for Phantom Star Killer Ash Can. Now try not to faint. Try not to faint. I'm completely out. I sold out of all the ones I had. These came in this collection, otherwise I would have none. This is Unicorn Ash Can. They're $35 a piece.
Thank you.
Don't faint.
Everything.
All right, this is Murder Hobo number 1. Cover price. That won't last long. All right, this is an awesome series. Atlantis wasn't built for terrorists. There is number 1 first print for 10. I've got a couple of copies. I've got the vegan cover for 20. Sorry, all the rippling is just in the bag, I promise. Mm-hmm. Oh, this is not Scout, so I'm going to put it over here. And I swear I saw more of these. Give me a second. I'm going to find the rest of those in here. This is Long Live Pro Wrestling number 0. Currently $5, and that also won't last. I also have 2 copies of Loot Ash Cans for $5 a piece. I have got Star Beatered. That is the variant for 10. That's number 1. I hope you guys have these in your collection and you're just saying, Miss Jen told me to buy these and I just feel like a smart person now. That's electric black 1 through 4, all first prints, and that is $70 for the set. Still worth it, but I hope you guys bought those. Buy my recommendation ahead of that. I try to get you guys hooked up with all the information you need. All right, I also have Grit number 1. That is our variant for $15. And I have number 2 for just cover price. I know, Daniel. You are now rich. Here's another book that you should absolutely buy at this price. This is Solar Flare number 1, first print for $10. Also, no, I've got more of those. Here's the rest of the Everglade. Yay. All right, I've got at least 2 sets that I can put together of Everglade Angels, number 1 and 2. Just cover price for those. I believe that's all there were. I think it was just a 2-issue series.
It was.
And I have Loggerhead Bloody Bayou Ash Can. This is a remarked edition, I see. I'll show you the remark. There you go. There's a remarked edition down there he's drawn on. That one's going to be $15. All right, everybody, we're going to take a quick break and be right back right after this word from our sponsors.
Big news is on the way. 2 brand new sales shows and 2 classic shows are returning to the experience this week. Sign up for our mailing list to learn more.
Today's comics market is ripe with new titles by creators who are determined to get their books into your hands. My name is Henri Compen. For the last decade, I've been making and selling my own creator-owned comics and dealing as a collector in live sales. My signature series, Yisun Shin, is the book that cannot be defeated in battle and has over 250,000 copies in print. Now I'm taking comics to the next level and laying the groundwork for my fellow creators to get their voices heard so they can connect directly with you. This is your chance to engage live with top comic book talent and get your comics signed without having to wait in long lines or pay any fees. But remember, we only have a limited amount of their books in stock, so always remember to call it as you see it.
Mish Mosh.
Hi, everybody. everybody. It's the top of the hour. There's a whole nother hour of this ridiculousness and these awesome deals. Thank you for joining us on The Experience. Oh, Messina, you're making me feel fancy. Co-founder of The Experience. What? I couldn't have done any of this without the coming alongside of Jesse James and my friend Nick Berrucci. So we all had dreams, but we couldn't do it alone. So we thought, let's do something crazy together. And so that's how this was born. We're going to bring you lots of great entertainment and give you all the information you need to know, everything there is to know about comic books. Try to get you the behind-the-scenes stuff and be the first place you look at for news and entertainment. We've got a bunch of new things that are in the works for you guys. We hope to blow your minds with all the cool stuff that's happening. So here we are. We're back to new comics. Let's do the things. All right, I'm going to add a few more comics, and then we're going to do some more trade paperback theater. If you're brand new to the show, you just have to fill out that cool form that's right below us, and there's other information that's scrolling along the bottom. All right, this is our variant for Loggerhead Bloody Bayou. That is a great homage cover. It's just $15. I also have Yasmin #1, just regular old cover price. It's a wonderful slice of life book. You want to look into a culture that may or may not be your own, so you know some more things. Oh, here's some more Everglade Angels. We'll eventually have a bunch of sets. There you go. And here's the variant of Murder Hobo. That one's $10. I like just saying Murder Hobo. I expect someday that everyone just says it that way. What's the rest of my Murder
Everybody
Hobo?
should say it now.
Hmm?
Everybody should say it that way now.
I don't know, my husband says it that way, but it's like he's talking about like murder. Okay, so this one's going to be expensive and don't have a heart attack. This is Solar Flare. This is a regular cover version set. So this is the stuff that came out before it became Scout. This is original cover business here. That's $100 for that set. I've never even taken it out of this thing. And there, so you can see what the covers look like. They've got them in images there, so you don't have to open it up. They're beautiful. Also a great series. Here's a full run, I believe, of Crucified 1 through 5. Just cover price for those. Great read. Super good read. And here is Gut Ghost #1. Here is the secret variant with the skull head on the inside. Just $8. All right, it's time for more trade paperback theater. All right, this is Howard the Duck Hunt. Normally an $18 book, so it's going to be $9 during this show. The Flightless Fowl gets a new beginning with the exact same superstar creative lineup. But this time, the whole entire universe is after Howard, and that includes the would-be new herald of Galactus. As the Duck Hunt begins, things get totally cosmic with the Silver Surfer, the Collector, the Stranger, and the Guardians of the Galaxy. Plus, brace yourself for one of the most sensational fan favorite, internet-breaking Marvel team-ups of the year. She's a little nutty. He's downright quackers. It's Squirrel Girl and Howard. The Duck is back, and this means wah! There you go.
How many issues was that one?
That one has 1 through 6 and Unbeatable Squirrel Girl tie-in. All new, all different Avengers, the Magnificent Seven. Normally a $20 book for $10 tonight during this show only. The Avengers are dead, long live the Avengers. Earth Mightiest heroes, Captain America, Thor, Vision, and Iron Man are living separate lives, not tied to any team. But when a threat from beyond the stars targets our world, they'll have to come together again, alongside a group of young Avengers who will reinvigorate the Avengers like never before. Welcome to the big leagues, Nova, Miss Marvel, Miles Spider-Man Morales. But as Warbringer makes good on his name, the reassembled Avengers struggle to put their differences aside. One among them may find their membership short-lived, but two are definitely getting along. Get ready for Earth's mightiest kiss. But who is pulling the Avengers' strings? There you go, $10 for the Avengers. Oh, Jeff Gill,
Yeah.
I want to give you all the bang for your buck. You still get to hear the whole back of that book. Hello, Captain Marvel, Death of. I've got $30 on that one. You can also wait for me to do the back if you want, but you don't have to. But if you buy it, I'll still do it. How's that? Then that's the hardcover one. This is The Road to Civil War. Normally a $15 book for $7. Whose side are you on? The clouds are quickly building on the horizon for a storm that will split the Marvel Universe down the middle. And the line is drawn here. Ripped from the pages of New Avengers comes the explosive hidden story of the Marvel Universe's secret past. The secret history of Marvel's most secret team. How they came together and how they are ripped apart. Setting the stage for Civil War. I can't really get that deep. Civil War. All is well. All right, this one is a out-of-print book, World War Hulk, Gamma Core. Gamma Core. And it is $20. No discount on this one. It's hot. The Hulk, the Abomination, the Leader, the Harpy, Doc Samson. Born of Gamma Try again. Born of gamma radiation, they represented a new chapter of humanity. Now spawned through their respective DNA has come the new generation, the Gamma Corps. Recruited and trained by the enigmatic General Riker, their mission is a simple one: kill the Incredible Hulk. And considering he's facing 5-1 odds, is that a mission even this new and improved version of the Green Goliath can prevent? This one is $20. What do mermaids sleep on? Oh, this is only for Hannah. Sorry. This is a Hannah question.
I don't know, but
It's got to be seaweed tie-in, right? I don't know. What do mermaids sleep on, Jen? All right, Civil War. This is just a straight-up Civil War trade paperback. Normally a $25 book. We're going to do that for $13. Oh, that's hilarious. The Marvel Universe is changing in the wake of a tragedy. Capitol Hill proposes the Superhero Registration Act, requiring all costumed heroes to unmask themselves before the government. Divided, the nation's greatest champions must each decide how to react, a decision that will alter the course of their lives forever. There you go. This is the Incredible Hulk's Planet Savage. I believe I did one of these earlier in the week, but it is a $16 book for $8. Happy to read it if you guys want it, but some of you guys have already heard that one. What if AVX Avengers versus X-Men? Just so you have it clarified. This is a $17 book for $8. The most explosive story in Marvel history was told, and now we know what happened when the Avengers battled the X-Men. The strongest superhumans ever imagined waged a devastating war against each other in a clash of ideals, and the fallout changed the face of Marvel Universe forever. But what if the story had gone differently? Find out in this bold new vision, a mind-blowing and reinterpretation of a key event in Marvel's history, featuring the stalwarts Magneto, Hope, and every Avenger and X-Men you could imagine. ABS. All right, another round of books. Scout. All right, this is an ash can of Shoot Show for just $5. This is a straight up ash can of Loggerhead with no remark for $5. Russ G gets the Civil War. It's a good time to pick it up when you can get it for that kind of a deal. What I consider an evergreen. And you guys should all get this one. Solar Flare Prep Guide. I've got just $5 on it, so get it while you can. Sorry, I'm trying to find all the It Eats What Feeds It's in here. more awesome ash cans. I have the Children of the Grave ash can for $5. Some of these I haven't looked up to see if they've changed in price. Sam is Talking Gun ash can for $10. There's another copy of Third Wave for $5. A Town Called Elsewhere for $5. Devil Row for $5. Oh, sorry, I'm a liar. That's $15. And Yasmin ash can for $5. Solar Flare Prep Goes. Tim Harris. Is yours. Okay, Canopus number 1 and number 2 cover price. Oh, this is an awesome single shot. You don't need anything else. They only did the one book. It's called Eskimo Kisses. Think zombie apocalypse, but if you were stuck at the, the pole or something, or Alaska where you couldn't get out. That one's cover price. Already announced as being in development, this is Forever Maps number 1, first print for $14. Here's Friendo. Oh, we've jumped over to something else here. I'm going to put this until we finish all of our scout. Here's the regular Gut Ghost cover for $6. River Maps disappears to Jeff Gill. I'm going to skip that just because I feel like there might be a finished set here, but I don't know where they are. Okay. How much does a chimney cost? Uh-oh. How much does a chimney cost? I don't know the answer to this question. How much does a chimney cost? By the way, this is a fun game we play. You can totally put up dumb dad jokes or mom jokes. Nothing hits on the house. I love it. This is Rise number 1 for cover price. Oh, snap. All right, I'm only going to sell this one time for this price, so you should not hesitate. This is Stabbity Bunny, New York Comic Con exclusive at $10. It's worth so much more money. And this is the coloring one that you could only get if you bought like one of everything at their booth, also at $10 right now. Mm-hmm. They also have, oops, let's get straight here. Put that down. Mm-hmm. All right, I also have a run of Stabbity Bunny. That is number 1, first print, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. That's what they look like. It's really, really hard to get number 2. There's 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. The number 1 and number 2 are $10, and the rest of them are cover price. But you have to buy the run because it's a run. Someone's going to be grabbing those up, dancing a jig. Stabbity goes to Jeff. That's a very just open-ended question. What's brown and sticky?
A stick.
A stick? I like that answer. I think it's a stick. I'm gonna take Hannah's answer. It's way too smart. I also have a copy of Stabbity Ever After, Wonderland at cover price, and Stabbity Emmett Story cover price. Stick. Hannah is right. She's the super smart person in the room today. And this one is definitely worth way more than this. Snow White Zombie Apocalypse number 1. That one's got $6 on it, which is cover price. I've heard a rumor that they're going to do more than just this. It was supposed to be just a one shot, but I've heard a rumor that they're going to do another one. All right. Boom. Who's popping on? All right. We're going to move on to Trade Paperback Theater. So much fun. All right. This is Superman and the Legion of Superheroes. This is a hardcover, and this one's a retired one. So this one's $35. After responding to a distress call, Superman's journey to the 31st century to save the greatest friends he's ever known, the Legion of Superheroes. In this future, the Man of Steel's legacy has been warped to ignite terror throughout the cosmos. The Legion are wanted criminals. The war between Earth and the United Planets is imminent, and the peacekeeping of the xenophobic Justice League of Earth only brings it closer. To end this tyranny, Superman must rescue the Legion of Superheroes, and with their help, continue his never-ending fight for truth, justice, and the intergalactic way. Again, that one is $35, a very retired book. Oh, you have a surprise? Oh, go. What's the surprise?
A trade paperback theater.
I love it so much. Oh, couldn't be any better. Thank you, all the hearts. Would you make that whole thing?
I love that so much.
JD or Matt? It's either JD or Kyle is magical. I can't tell from this end who said that. But thank you. So awesome. All right, this is Justice League, Volume 8, hardcover. You both worked on it together. That makes sense. The Dark Side War, Part 2. Part 2. This one is normally a $25 book, and it's going to be $13 tonight. In the aftermath of Darkseid's death, the members of the Justice League have received immense power, the power of gods. Superman, Batman, Flash, Shazam, Green Lantern, and Lex Luthor have been transformed, gifted the abilities of the new gods. Even for superheroes, this near omnipotence is an unfathomable amount of power. You try saying that 3 times. There you go. That one is $13. All right, here you go. Here's the Captain Marvel, Death of Captain Marvel. And this one is really pretty, and it is a very retired hardcover for $30. And someone asked about it earlier, so they have first right of refusal here. The heavens themselves blaze forth the death of Marvels. Marvel's space-born superhero, Earth Defender, and Protector of the Universe, Captain Marvel, battles a crazed Kree operative, then saves 2 worlds when Thanos infects Titan's worldwide computer system with his own madness. But a doom that even Marvel can't defeat inevitably draws nearer. Featuring the Fantastic Four, the Avengers, the X-Men, and more. You know what's really hard is trying to read stuff that goes across someone's fist, line to line. Instead of going down, it went all the way across. Isn't it pretty? It's very nice. It's the gorgeous. It could be yours. All right, here you go. This is Stanley's Soldier Zero. Normally a $15 book for $7. A new breed of weapon. Having lost the use of his legs during the Afghanistan war, Captain Stuart Troutman returns stateside to only be struck by a crash-landing alien parasite. Finding himself transformed into the hybrid superhero known only as Soldier Zero, and quickly defeating a villainous alien, will Stuart now survive being hunted by the United States government? There you go. And this is from Boom Studios. Superman New Krypton, Volume 1. It's a nice hardcover. Normally a $25 book for $13. Great city of Kandor was home to 100,000 of Krypton's best and brightest before the alien super genius called Brainiac uses terrifying technology to shrink and abduct the entire city. Thanks to Superman, Kandor has been freed from the Brainiac and once again enlarged to its normal size. And it has a new home planet, Earth. Now tens of thousands of Kryptonians, each with the godlike powers of Superman himself, are roaming free. Will they usher in a new golden age for their human neighbors? Will they choose to rule instead? Or will a sinister government conspiracy put an end to this new Krypton and to Superman himself? There you go. One more, and then we'll do some more indies. Son of Superman. This is an Elseworlds title. And it is a $25 book with $13 during the show. His mother's about to have a nervous breakdown. His father just came back from the dead. High-tech terrorists want him to be their leader. The Justice League wishes he'd never been born. Even getting superpowers won't improve John Kent's day, and it isn't even lunchtime yet. That's a cool one. That's also a hardcover. Soldier Zero goes. I know what you're thinking. What happens to all these trade paperbacks after the trade paperback theater? They actually get priced and put out onto the sales floor, full price. So you should get them while you can get them for half pricings. Okay, more Awesome Scout. This is Terminal Protocol, which I believe was a single shot, and that is just cover price. Where was I? Right here. This is so trippy. Why? Oh, okay. I get it. I get it. They're all mixed up. Okay, hold on. All right. Everybody like White Ash?
Yes.
I think I've got it all for you. I am certain that you bought all of these on my recommendation, which is very smart.
Or my recommendation.
Or on Hannah's recommendation, also very smart. It looks like I have got 3 full runs of White Ash 1 through 6. You guys know Charlie Stickney. He comes onto the shows quite often and says hi to you. He works at Scout, but before that, he was an independent creator and created the world of White Ash. The cool thing about White Ash, other than it being trippy and the fact that it looks like an everyday town that has problems like, you know, what happens when people don't want to work in the mines or those kinds of things. Whenever you find out that is a long history of, you know, that the people that live there are, you know, orcs and trolls and all those kinds of things, but it's just like a surprise when you mix, you know, Lord of the Rings together with regular everyday tale. So much twisty stuff going on in here. The other cool thing is that it's slated for at least 60 issues. So it's going to be in little sections like the 6-issue section you've got here. But don't sleep on these early issues.
And there's also the Galarian one-shot that's already come out. And they've already said there's going to be 4 issues of that.
Yep. So Galarian is another series that ties to this. It's the Galarian first appears in issue number 4. That's her first appearance. Highly recommend. And I had a Yasmin number 1 up here somewhere, but I also found a number 2. All right, this is going to be the end of the Scouts. I got 1 copy of Kira Alien Jungle Girl, which has been out of print forever. I don't know why it's only worth cover price right now, but that's what I'm going to charge for it. Remember those being sold out? But Vlad Dracul is another story, man. It's so hard to find these. First print number 1 variant, that one is $20. And even crazier, first print number 2, which was very underprinted, is a $40 book. So if you're hunting down that to complete your collection, I got it for you. Kira, yep, you guys missed it too. I wish I could order more of these for you guys. There's Paul calling it first. Okay, I got a couple minutes. I'm going to show you this fun stuff. Do I have any folks that like horror? I've got a full set of the Blair Witch Chronicles by Jen Van Meter. There's the number 1. Number 2, this is Oni Press. Number 3. 4. I believe this is like the special that goes tax at the end. Whenever I see sets of this, it always has this in it. But it's $30 for that set. Blair Witch Chronicles. Oh, before I move on, I forgot I was looking through all of the It Eats What Feeds It to make sure I had it all. Okay. So what I have of It Eats What Feeds It, there is the ash can for $5. I know they're worth a lot more. I just didn't have a chance to look them up. And here's your one chance to order number ones at cover price. I think these are $15 or $20 books for sure. Now we've got them all up there. Ta-da. Also from Oni Press and written by Cullen Bunn. This is The Darned number one, as we call it. And it has cover price of $1 on it. So I'm going to honor that. The Darned. It eats one. There you go. That's Moomy. I also have The Vein. Elliot Rahal. This is a kind of a cool hipster look at vampires. That is number one regular. And number one variant, just cover price. That means I see your darn call. That kind of sounds funny. Your darn call. Enjoy that read. It's a blast. It's like, I think they're like ogres or something, but they're mafia guys. Oh no, they're demon mafia. Demon mafia. I almost got it today. And I've got from, oh, do I have the other one? If I find it, I'll pull it out for you. But this is Rogue Planet number 2. Another awesome Cullen Bunn. Was that Unicorn under Vlad? Huh? That is the Ash Can, and it's 35. That is the Ash Can 35. All right, everybody, we're going to take our last break ahead of this show finishing it. And we have another cool one coming on after me. Give us just a second, and you get to see some more cool commercials. Who know what they created during last break?
Big news is on the way. 2 brand new sales shows and 2 classic shows are returning to the experience this week. Sign up for our mailing list to learn more. Watching Minute to Skim It on the Experience. So, hello. All right, I've got lots of books to review for you guys today. And Hannah just basically showed up just the number ones and showed them to me, and I was like, "Oh, we have
just for the indies."
Just for the indies, yeah. I was like, we have got a lot to do.
Mish Mosh.
Oh And I was expecting to see the cool trade paperback theater logo thing go on. It's so cool. All right.
A trade paperback theater.
I feel like I should be like Snidely Whiplash in that with like my rolling my mustache. Theater. All right. Welcome back, everybody. This is a Mish Mosh of independent books and trade paperback theater, as we have aforementioned. And just a reminder, please do sign up for the newsletter so that you can find out when the new shows premiere. It's going to be exciting. We've got brand new people you've never seen before. So you have access to cool new comic books and trade paperbacks, and some returning shows that are reformatted and even more awesome than they once were. Sometimes when you start things out, you say to yourself, you know what would be better? And then you do that thing. Just like all my stuff kind of evolves. There you go. They're going to post up the mailing list for you. It's an easy link. You just jump over there and sign up for that. Thanks again also for doing likes and shares and hearts and thumbs up and ringing that bell. My favorite parts. All right, we're going to do trade paperback theater one more time. Ta-da.
A trade paperback theater.
Word. Wish I could do my voice that deep. All right, this is Ultimate Fantastic Four #1. This is normally a $13 trade, and we're going to do this for $7. Witness the beginnings of the Four: Reed Richards, Johnny Storm, Susan Storm, and Ben Grimm, superhero icons for the new century. When high school genius Reed Richards enrolls in a secret government-sponsored school for the most gifted minds in the world, he unwittingly embarks on the journey of a lifetime. Ultimate Fantastic Four is a story about science, adventure, and above all, family, set in the most dynamic and unpredictable universe in the comic book world. There you go. What's also cool about Fantastic Four stuff is if you watch the new Marvel hype video they just released today that lists all of the movies and all the stuff that's coming out to the different streaming spaces. Fantastic Four is the last logo you get to see, so they're thinking about it. So should you. Pick up some books so you can learn what you need to know ahead of that release. Marvel Visionaries, John Byrne, Incredible Hulk is normally a $25 book. That's going to be $13 today. When the Hulk came back from the crossroads, John Byrne was waiting for him, complementing his popular X-Men and Fantastic Four runs by literally breaking the Green Goliath in two. After the Hulk and Bruce Banner are separated, the Jade Giant becomes the Earth's emerald enemy, outfighting Iron Man, Wonder Man, Submariner, Hercules, and Doc Samson. Could the one to succeed where those powerhouses failed be Bruce Banner himself, plus the wedding of Bruce Banner and Betsy Ross, the new Hulkbusters, and the Sinister Scourge? There you go. John Byrne, Incredible Hulk, not Immortal. All right, I've got Namor Visionaries by John Byrne. All the good stuff here. Out of his depths, out of his element, the king of Atlantis learned some harsh truths about himself in the surface world, courtesy of writer-artist John Byrne. One of Marvel's most iconic characters, Namor the Submariner, has always had a contentious relationship with land dwellers, and the actions of the Roxxon Corporation aren't going to win him over. As Namor finally discovers the truth about his nasty temper, he faces the corporate threat of the diabolical Mars twins, tames the deadly Griffin, is sued for his attacks on New York, and gets beheaded. Beheaded, says another. It's Namor like you've never seen him before. I guess so. Sans head. That's normally a $25 book for $13. And this one is a completely retired Namor Visionaries. Continues the saga of Submariner with his second volume. He reforges his alliances with his fellow invaders, battles long-forgotten foes from World War II, and begins to unravel the mystery of the immortal Iron Fist and current defender Danny Rand, all while dealing with the most insidious force of all, corporate scheming and subterfuge. Guest starring Captain America, Spitfire, Union Jack, and the original Human Torch, and more. Sorry. Also, completely retired and set price. This is Fantastic Four. This is the John Hickman run complete collection. It is a $50 set, $50 book. Dark Reign strikes Marvel's first family in an explosive way, with hammer agents attacking the Baxter building. But as Reed Richards builds a bridge across the multiverse to learn how to solve everything, he finds more than he bargained for. What is the Council? The Fantastic Four deal with a wizard and the Mole Man. A familiar visitor arrives from the future with a mysterious message. And the team journeys deep beneath the earth, under the sea, and to the moon, where they learn a startling secret about the history of the Inhumans. It's superior superhero storytelling as only Jonathan Hickman can deliver it. There you go. It's funny. I feel like all of my, I'm doing the end with like really expensive stuff. It should be the other way around, right? Uncanny Avengers, Lost Future, also retired. This one is $25. The elderly Steve Rogers has assembled a new roster aimed at promoting peace between humans, mutants, and Inhumans. Spider-Man, Rogue, and the Human Torch, Quicksilver, Dr. Voodoo, and the Inhuman known as Synapse all make the cut, as does Deadpool. But what role exactly does Wade Wilson play in encouraging interspecies harmony? As Boston faces devastation, the all-new Uncanny Avengers fight a world gone mad, and the final member of the team makes a bloody entrance. But how far can Steve's squad go in achieving unity when some of them can't even work together? And seriously, Deadpool, an Avenger? Prepare to believe. 25 bucks. But wait, there's an even more expensive one. Doctor Strange and Doctor Doom, Triumph and Torment is a retired $65 book. Every year on Midsummer's Eve, Victor Von Doom clashes with the forces of evil in a vain attempt to free his mother's soul from heck. But only when Doctor Strange is finally convinced to join the fight does Doom have any hope of altering the outcome in his favor. The unlikely allies must first journey to Mephisto's infernal realm, where they find the cost of one soul may be more than they're willing to pay. There you go. And last but certainly not least, $100 trade paperback, super retired. The Avengers, Doctor Strange, Rise of the Darkhold, and you'll figure out why. Penned by the elder god Cathon and containing the blackest of magic, could the Darkhold be responsible for the Werewolf by Night's curse? Jack Russell's quest for the truth leads him into conflict with Dracula. Mordred the Mystic dared to learn the Darkhold secrets, but he spells trouble for the Avengers when Cathon chooses Scarlet Witch as a vessel for his rebirth, and Doctor Strange attempts to use the Darkhold to destroy all vampires as Thor battles Dracula. Serious tie-ins to the end of WandaVision. Just so you know. That's why everyone was it. All right, last round of booksies. All right, this is the darn number one, the actual full issue. Burgess cover price. Missed the last 40 minutes? Yeah, just rewatch it. It's okay. You can call them. I give you permission. Normally when the show ends, I say forget it, but I'm just going to leave these up here tonight so you guys can call anything that I did during this show. It's fine. Just send me a DM. Ooh, this is the Bunker number one. It's the double-sized one. This was one of the very first books I remember since I started the store in 2010. This store specifically, that was announced as being in development. So this is the Bunker, just cover price. And this is, oh, that must be the B cover, and there's your A. Here's the other Rogue Planet. Oh, there you go. Rogue Planet number one to go with the Rogue Planet number two. Gil, I'm going to give you the variant if you want the number one also. That's the regular A, let me know. Simple. Both, excellent. And crazily enough, I've got another set of the dollar darn number one and the regular number one full regular price. I found in this box. You must love those. Okay, and I also did not look any of these up, so there's a possibility of them being expensive. Shot Collars, number one. That's an Oni Press book. Shot Collars. Just cover price. This is The Adventures of Barry Ween, Boy Genius. That is number 6. Very weird. The number 6 is here and none other color covers. Ooh, wait. There's some more bunker. You guys ready? Let's see if I can find some more darn. Well, darn it. I should have put these all together. Here's Rogue Planet number 1, cover B. All right, here we go. There's some bunker in here. Let me put them in order. 9, 8. Okay. Just cover price also. Bunker number 2, bunker number 3, bunker number 4, bunker 5, bunker 8, 9, and 10. So it's just a little skip in there. You can do the rest of that bunker. And here's some darned. What is going on? Hold on, please. Oh, it's a different series. Okay. So this is the first series. There's, oh, that was almost really bad. There's number 2, 3, 4, and 5 to go with that number 1. But also, all right. See you later, Daniel. All right, there goes all the bunker. Okay, and this one is a mini series of 5. There's 2, 3, 4, and 5. Also cover price for those. The darn. So I have Dryad number 1 from Oni Press. Dead of Winter number 1, Oni Press. Cover prices, cover prices. Exodus, The Life After, Oni Press. It's like a theme going on here. That is Heartthrob, number 1A and B. Number 1s. No. Okay. And a friendo. I wish I knew which number this was. Dead of Winter, I got you. And it's number 1. And there is Friendo, number 1, Vault Comics. I'm feeling the rest of the vault is in another box. All right, let's finish up this craziness. A little more awesome trade paperback theater.
A trade paperback theater.
Nice. Anybody get my top hat for next time for that? Top hats are important when you have that kind of voiceover. All right, I have Queen and Country. This is volume 1, 2, and 3. They're really big and thick. They normally are $20 a piece. They're going to be $10 a piece, so it's $30 for this set. Let me read for you this awesome Greg Rutka pitch. Queen and Country, the Eisner Award-winning and critically lauded espionage series from acclaimed novelist and comic book author Greg Rutka is back in a new series of massive soft covers. In this collection, readers are introduced to the thrilling and oftentimes devastating world of international espionage as Cis field agent Tara Chase is set all over the world in service to her queen and country. Meanwhile, director of operations Paul Crocker walks a narrow tightrope between his loyalty to his people and the political masters that must be served. There you go, $3. You get yourself the entire trade paperback set. I feel like I'm going to knock everything off here if I put this up here. That's a heavy set. All right, I've got more fun stuff. Make sure I get this all together. Okay. These are a mixed lot of powers. I have number 13, normally $25. That'll be 13 today. I have 14. I have a 9, and then I have 6. So I'm going to read you 6, just in case you want to know a little bit about it. Heroes fly through the sky on lightning bolts of fire. Flamboyant villains attempt daring daylight robberies. Godlike alien creatures clash in epic battles over the nighttime sky and the dirty city streets below. Homicide detectives Christian Walker and Dina Pilgrim investigate murders specific to superhero cases. Investigations that take them from the seediest underbelly of the city to the gleaming towers that are home to immortal beings. Powers. It's Brian Michael Bendis. So it looks like, oh, the other ones are just $20 down to 10. So 9, 14, and 6 are just $10. That one's 13 because it's more expensive. Why? I don't know. Just because. And I also have Powers Bureau. I think so. I think it actually was out there. So this one is $10 down from $20. This one is a single shot one. The 7 are an explosive new super team made of the world's most elite powers with a secret that could rock the world. But one of the 7 has been brutally murdered and no one is talking. Walker and Pilgrim travel to Hollywood to investigate this American icon's death and uncover one of the darkest, most fascinating secrets of American superhero history. There you go, just $10 for the Bureau. It is a total deal. Jeff, do you want it? Is it a comment or a claim? I'm going to assume that it's a claim. If it is not, I will just put it at the back. No harm, no foul. Oh, this one is awesome. You got it. This is Slots by Dan Panosian. I remember loving this one. This is Image Skybound. Normally a $17 book. It's going to be $8 tonight. You can say this about the life of Stanley Dance. He did it his way. Unfortunately, his way never took getting old into account. Now the former boxer is on his last legs looking for redemption, but he'll settle for going down swinging. Roll the dice with superstar artist Dan Panosian as he creates a bold and breathtaking vision of Las Vegas where everything old can become new and superstition influences how the chips fall. There you go. Slots. All right, this is Sisters of Sorrow. Is a Boom book. And is normally a $15 book, so $7 tonight. By day, Dominique, Greta, Misha, and Sarah live in a non-profit women's shelter. At night, they each don a nun's habit and move through Los Angeles hunting down violent abusers who have escaped justice. Their increasingly public vigilantism has earned them the nickname Sisters of Sorrow and has drawn the ire of LA's notorious anti-crime task force. Sisters of Sorrow. Slots is gone. Thank you, Jeff. All right, I've got some. I'm sure there might be some of these more in the rest of the collection when I look through it. But right now, for Shudder, I have Volume 4, which is a $15 book normally, but $7 tonight. Kate Christopher was a globally renowned explorer on an Earth far more fantastic than our own. Then she wasn't. In our 4th volume, Kate assembles her long-lost siblings to take on the secret society that has plagued their family for generations. And this is volume 5. In our 5th volume, The End. That's all it says. Our 5th volume, The End. All right, let me see if I can remember where I put that. There you go. Blair Witch. Paul Talbot, that is yours. All right, this is normally a $10 book. It's just $5 today. Star Wars Adventures. This one is called Endangered. Join Rose Tico, breakout character from The Last Jedi, as she takes center stage in the fight against the First Order. Young Anakin Skywalker competes in a pod race that's unlike anything he's seen before. And Ezra Bridger, Hera Syndulla, and the rest of the Ghost crew must retrieve a sacred bird from the Empire's clutches. But pirate Hondo Akana might get it first. There you go. This is a great book to pick up for the kiddos or just enjoy on your own. All right, this is a Matt Kent book. The Lost Dossiers, Super Spy. For emergency use only, follow instructions closely and destroy this booklet when finished. Users may decide to do something else, that's fine. This is normally a $13 book, so we're going to do $6 today. The Lost Dossier is the companion book to the original graphic novel Super Spy. Inside you will find redacted annotations for Super Spy, sketchbook pages, and notes to give you redacted into the redacted of Super Spy. In addition, there are hidden messages, constructible gadgets, and a story so big it will take redacted and subterfuge to piece it together. No lie, it does have redacted stuff on there. It's not me. But there you go. This is what it looks like. Really cool. Super Spy. All right, I got enough time to do maybe one more. Ooh, I got spooky ones. Okay. This is George A. Romero, Empire of the Dead. This is a run of Act 1, Act 2, and Act 3. It is $50. They're hard to get retired copies. I'll read you number 1. Zombies versus humans versus vampires from the legendary George Romero. A quarantined Manhattan scrambles to keep the undead plague at bay, but the Big Apple is rotting from within. Not only do flesh eaters still shamble through unclean areas, but the surviving zombies are also evolving, including the former cop Xavier, who knows that not even death can stop her from completing her work. Meanwhile, at Central Park's Circus Maximus, New Yorkers distract themselves with the bloody battles of zombie gladiators, unaware that another ancient predator lurks in the shadows. Will vampires prove as dangerous as their hungry counterparts? It's the undead versus the undead, with humans caught in the crossfire. There you go. It's all 3 books for $50. Let's do these one. Elektra, Bloodlines. This one's normally an $18 book, so this one's going to be $9 tonight. As Elektra prepares to shed her past and change her future, she braves the dangers of Monster Island and the psychotic killer Bloody Lips in search for the elusive assassin known as Cape Crow. But the hunt becomes murkier when the hit is revealed as more than it seems. This might be one quest for which Elektra is ill-prepared. Will Marvel's deadliest femme fatale defeat Cape Crow and collect the biggest bounty of her career? Or will she do what she's never done before, protect the mark, and help the hardened killer and his son escape? There you go. Elektra. Power Man and Iron Fist, Civil War II. Normally a $17 book. And it's going to be, now my brain hurts, $8. Luke and Danny have only just put the band back together. Will Civil War II pull it apart? Maybe, when Iron Fist finds himself behind iron bars. But who better to get him out of a cage than Power Man? There you go. And that is all I can fit into trade paperback theater for tonight. Thank you so much for joining me on the experience. Remember, every time you come to shows, do like and share and thumbs up and ring that bell. And share with your friends. Please share with your friends so that they know what's going on. Next, you'll see me on Minute to Skim It tomorrow night, and I will get you guys all hooked up. Oh, no. Oh, excellent. What do we got? Erica Jang and Mark Mulaney. Oh, good. So we got a cool amount of interviews coming up for you guys to watch. So do not miss. We've got some really good interviews coming up after this. Appreciate you guys, and I'll see you guys next time. On the
Big news is on the way. 2 brand new sales shows and 2 classic shows are returning to the experience this week. Sign up for our mailing list to learn more.